What's up, everybody? Welcome back to This or Therapy. I am your host, Chris Mack, and today's topic we want to talk about falling into victimhood and those who enjoy it. Now, listen, life sucks sometimes, right? Life sucks sometimes. Sometimes things happen to us that we can't control, and we just gotta push ourselves through it. Hopefully, maybe even get some help through it and get some support. However, I do believe there are people who have been victims so long that they stay in that victimhood, that they relish in it, that they wear it as a badge of honor. And those are the kind of people you don't really want in your life, because all they do is bring drama. They basically walk around with a dark cloud over their head, and when you're around them, you get rained on as well. And as much as you want to be there for them and you try to help them out, that cloud is just always there. Some people keep that cloud. Some people, they've been in that victimhood for so long that they don't know any other way out of it. They don't know how to get past that victimhood because it's familiar to them. They don't even know that they're being a victim. And some people, they do know it, but they stay in it because they think that it gives them some kind of clout, or it gives them excuses not to be better people and to not help others and to not be good friends or good family or just a good person in general. So you got to watch out for that. And people like that, you can always kind of tell if they're that kind of person because, right, every time you see them, there's always a tragic story. Oh, this happened to me. Oh, I got in a car wreck. Oh, oh, someone said something disrespectful to me, or me and a friend aren't vibing right now. We're arguing. Me and this girl or this guy, we were talking and now we're not talking anymore. They're always in some form of perpetual state of negativity, some perpetual state of, opposition with somebody, in some way. They're falling in love every week with a new person. They're and falling out of love with that same person a week later. It's that kind of people. It's like that's a victimhood mentality. They get so used to being that person, right? Because a lot of it has to do with shit from their childhood or in just the need for attention, right? A lot of people who play victim or stay in that victim mindset are people who need attention. They just want it, they crave it, they can't, that's how they got attention when they were younger, and therefore they stayed in there, or that's how they just started getting attention when they finally started getting the attention that they craved, and now they think that this is the only way. And that shit is exhausting, man. And the thing about it is I think some people aren't aware of it. They think that life just sucks for me. They don't understand that they kind of draw that energy in, right? And for those people, it sucks because, they're not trying to put a damper on anybody else's life. They just happen to be a damper on other people's lives, and they really have no control over it. But I think there's some people who live in that. They bask in that. They know that their energy affects people, and then they get upset when people don't want to be around them because, it's not because they think that they're being rejected by people. It's because they're not getting the attention that they're craving, right? If you got somebody around you that's always drama and you don't want to be around them, they know that. They understand that. You can even sense it in them, if they ask to, hang out, or if they want to be around and you kind of always have something to do, they get offended that you have a life, they get offended that you don't want to be around them. And it's like, well, why would I? Who wants to be around somebody that's negative all the time or that has a dark cloud over them? It's like, go get your shit together. Go do counseling, And it's always those people that's you find it, the people with the dark cloud, the victimhood, in the nicest people. The people who are just it's not the people that who are always just pessimistic and mean. It's the people who are always positive and, these things just happen to them, even though they're just so nice and they're so giving and they're always, doing for others and nobody ever does for them. It's If nobody ever does for you, how do you get anything done? And if you do it all by yourself, why are you still upset that other people don't do anything for you, right? If I've been doing everything my entire life by myself, like, I might be tired, but I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to be mad at people who don't want to help me. I can get it done myself. You know, they say if you want something done right, you do it yourself. So why does it suck when you got to do things by yourself? Right? I think just, people just get into this mode where it's like, I'm the victim. Oh, poor me. Someone feels sorry for me. Well, unfortunately, we don't really have the energy, especially in today's world. We don't have the energy to feel sorry for every single person. Like, look, I'm not saying don't ask for help. Get help. If you got a friend that can help you out, great. But you can't always be asking for help. If you're always that person that needs help, you're always that person that, needs some kind of favor, you're always that person that needs to be bailed out, you're kind of a damper on people's lives, whether you want to believe it or not, or whether you want to, come to those terms or not, you are. Because if it's one thing after another, nobody wants to be around that, and you are going to end up alone. And so all that attention that you're seeking by always having some kind of drama going on, eventually people are just going to be done with the play, right? We like going to see operas, but eventually the opera ends. We don't stay in there all day to hear the same song sung over and over and over again, right? That's the same thing with life. I'm not gonna sit around and be around somebody who's always got something after another. That shit is exhausting. And we live in a world where we're trying to figure out our own problems. We're all adults here, And for the women out there who are like this, like, get a boyfriend, because putting all that on your friends ain't it. All right, I'm not saying you should be putting that on a boyfriend, but damn it, if you're going to be a person that's always full of drama and victim, at least get somebody that loves you and that's getting something out of it, like some sex or something. Because putting that all on friends ain't it, especially male friends. But I'm at that point where it's like, look, I'm in my 30s. If you're in your 30s and you're single ladies, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time, if you always need help and always got some kind of drama going on, something like that, this is when a boyfriend, all this, I don't need no man BS that y'all be spouting out. Well, it looks like y'all need us because, I got a friend that's a tragic case, the one I'm talking about that's perpetual victim. She's like, I don't have anybody to help. I'm always helping others and no one ever helps me. It's like, get you a man, bitch. Get you a man. That's who would help you. Somebody that you are giving some booty to will probably be willing to help you. Somebody that falls in love with you will be willing to help. But you effed off all your 20s and you could have got a man, and this problem after the next problem, getting attention, and now you ain't getting it no more, and now you a tragedy case. Ain't nobody got time for that. You feel me? So don't fall into people who are victims all the time, because those kind of people drag you down. Yeah, you can be there for them. You can help them out, but you can't always be there, because for some people that victimhood is like a drug. They can't get enough of it. And when if you give a mouse a cookie, it'll want some milk, right? So you can't fall for that. You got to know, like I said, if it's little small things like, hey, they need a ride somewhere or something like that. But if it's always something drama after drama, oh, I got in an accident, oh, I got this, oh, this, that, everything just keeps one tragedy after another. You know what kind of person that is. That's a person who is completely immersed in victimhood, and that's what they live in. It's like, there's nothing you can do for them. All you can do is recommend therapy, and if they don't go and get it, then you got to go do what you got to do. There's no such thing as you're not a bad person for trying to live your life and trying to be happy in the world that we're living in today, where this ish is hard. Gas is $6 now here in Los Angeles. Everything's inflated. You know what I'm saying? The bare necessities people are barely affording, like gas, groceries, electricity, things of that nature. People are barely affording, houses to live in. People are barely affording. So you can't be there for everybody. And if that person is there expecting you to be there for them every single time they have an issue, that's not really friendship. If they're trying to make you feel guilty or if it, they talk about all the times they're there for you, that's not real friendship. Because a real friend would never even bring that shit up. They would just ask you for help, and if you can't do it, they figure it out. That's friendship. Not expecting that, well, because I was there for you, you should be there for me. That's very transactional, and that's not real friendship. That's very surface level friendship. That's like a business relationship. I did for you, now you got to do for me. So be careful of those people out there like that who see the world that way, because again, they got a dark cloud over them. They want you to be miserable because misery loves company, and you can't do that. And don't feel guilty when that person tries to make you feel that way, because you're not if you've been there for them and you've done the best you can, even if you weren't happy about it, that you were a real friend. Because not inconvenience is an inconvenience. You're not always going to be happy to help out a friend, but you do it. And that's what real friendship is. So watch out for these kind of victims, man, because they out there. They're always searching and looking for the next person that they can turn into a victim. And no matter how innocent they sound, trust me, they know what they're doing. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Let me know if you've experienced anything like this or any person like this, and let's talk about it in the comments. All right? See you in the next one. Peace.